Hello and welcome. We are back. We are back on that City of Heroes stuff. I recorded like the first 3 issues, and then life got crazy, and I could not find the time to sit down and read them and record them. But here we are. It's a great cover, right? We have War Witch on the right there, using her fire sword to protect her from some crazy double dagger wielding psycho from the Carnival of Shadows on the left. This is Carnival of Shadows because, well, that's what they look like, but also Dread Carnivale Part 1, City Heroes, Issue 3 from Blue King Studios. Alright, you ready for this? Just scroll down here, we got an ad for the game. I don't remember if the title screen still has these characters on it, but for ages and ages, the title screen of the game had these characters on it. And I was always trying to figure out, like, who exactly these characters are. And I don't think they're actually like characters that are in the game. You can make these costumes very easily. So I think this is supposed to be like an example of the characters you can make. Two nice looking ladies and a guy in armor. I mean, okay. A place we can all be heroes. Ain't that true? Alright. So we start off with our heroes doing low-level hero stuff. One of the things I liked about the previous 2 issues, what I liked about this issue is it's structured kind of like a story in the game. Heroes run into something, they deal with it, there's a next step, and a next step, and a next step, and before you know it, we're investigating some deeper, crazier mystery, and eventually, you know, we gotta build up to some kind of boss fight, right? Right. So we start off. Our heroes are doing low-level hero stuff. They're saving the day, beating up Clockwork. And he's using, like, this looks like energy melee to me. Should be tinted blue. This was before power customization, but hey. I'm not going to knock it. I guess he's a tech hero, or looks like a tech hero here, because they're talking about his armor doesn't malfunction. Somehow I missed all those cues in the first 2 issues of this run. Like, I just totally missed it, or I forgot it, or whatever. So here I am, going, oh yeah. Our heroes have great banter back and forth. They feel like established characters already. What's the big deal with these robots? I think Horace just hates them because they screwed up his window remote control. Yeah, well, I think Horace has problems beyond, or with his little gadgets that go way beyond these Clockwork guys. At least his armor doesn't malfunction. As long as the Power Fist and Flight Pack work, I'm happy. Here he is doing, oh, I forget what this animation is. This is really close to an animation in the game. You jump up in the air, then you come down with both fists on somebody. Total focus for energy melee? I forget. Anyway, we're all doing stuff that fits right in with the game. I mean, her power set's not actually in the game for players, but the ice, like the immobilize, is totally a thing in the game. Fire swords are a thing in the game. Kicking people, that's Eagle's Claw. That's in the game. This is in the game, essentially. That part's not. But we're seeing a lot of stuff that you can do in the game. This is doing a good job of showing stuff that's kind of like what you could do in the game. It's great for sales. It's great for advertising. So we learn after this fight that our heroes are invited to a big shindig. They're going to go hobnob. People in the city are celebrating what they've done. And so they go to hobnob. And who's supposed to be there? Raising money for the victims of the Vazalok zombie factory? It's going to be the back alley brawler himself. That's right. Look, there he is. There he is, man. Michael White, the back alley brawler, a.k.a. Bab, a.k.a. the good version of Marauder. So our heroes are at a really, really swanky shindig. And they're rubbing elbows. They're hobnobbing, man. It's great stuff. I like their facial expressions. They're great. You can see, like, the trepidation on his face, big smile on hers. You can see the, oh man, it's back alley brawler, like the genuine joy. Look at the little, like the dimple formed in his cheek from a smile. It's really great, dude. Look. The artist took the time to put a little bit of, like, tongue inside of her mouth. Not all artists do that. A lot of artists would just, like, left that black. Left it blank. That was so cool! Yeah, it was, but you're such a doofus. And now we see the threat. Right? You see the threat here. Boom, 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 boom. And I just wanted to kind of get some of this stuff off the top, because off the top of the next 2 pages, because the facial expressions are golden. Look at her, big smile. He's like, "Hey, pretty lady," and look at Warwitch, ugh, rolling her eyes like, "Oh my god, I can't believe what I'm hearing." We jump to the next page. We just look at the top couple panels here. Same thing. Look, these facial expressions just going off. He's like trying to repeat the feat that she pulled off. Gets shot down. She's like, ugh. I really appreciate that. I really do. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, she invites them to a shindig. And at that shindig, of course, it's a fancier, swankier... Nah, it's not fancier or swankier. It's louder. It is a real party, as opposed to the kind of thing that rich people call parties, where they just stand around and drink cocktails and chat. No, this is dancing, loud music, and a fight. While they're dancing, Warwitch had gone off. There was some Sue trying to shake down somebody. And she's like, "Yo, help me." And Apex can't, because their host has powers. Because boom! Behind all the lens flare, which is kind of comically applied, it's the frickin' Carnival of Shadows coming down. So our heroes now are in a battle against the Carnival of Shadows. Things get crazy. There's violence, a disaster, all kinds of stuff. And is it page 28? What did I jump to? Really? No. I wrote it down wrong. Sorry, you're just going to have to scroll with me. Here we go. This is the page I wanted. Page 24. Thank you for writing that down wrong, Dr. Elizibar, PhD. So Warward sits down to meditate, and we see who she's talking to when she does her meditation. So we're growing the characters. We find out that Apex gets starstruck. He also is, easily hoodwinked by pretty ladies. Warwitch is kind of a more pragmatic, direct person. And then we see Horace. His technology works. He built like a little alarm device. They use it, and she shows up to help them. She feels guilt about some stuff that happens. Like, there's a lot of character growth, a lot of action, a lot of really good stuff in this book. And then the cherry on top of all of it is, was it, child, what happened? I made a mistake. And people died. Show us, Clarissa. So she's communing with her coven. And so all of them together are feeding her information, giving her support so that she can fight crime. It's a great touch. It's a great revelation. And I didn't want to wait till like next issue to start talking about this, because I don't remember. Well, I haven't read the next issue yet. So I don't know if they show up in the next one. So this might have been my only chance for a couple of issues. Even mention the coven's existence. This factors into the plot line later on of the overarching 12-issue miniseries. They're actually like a key component to some stuff later on. Anyway, I'm really liking City Heroes, man. You might not be, but that's okay. Different strokes for different folks. I like this book. I just wish the digitized art looked better. Like, that's my main complaint about this stuff, is I wish the art just looked a little better. Because if you look, there's like compression artifacts all over the place in this stuff. But what do you expect? It's a PDF from 20 years ago. It's going to look chunky.